Hey guys, I found this awesome suit. Supposedly it's supposed to give you superpowers, so I'm gonna go test it real quick. Okay, I'm gonna test out to see if I can fly with this thing. Here we go. Here we go. 3, 2. Last time I get a suit off eBay, freaking bullcrap. Oh, hello and welcome to another session of Therapy and Panels. Now, Superman may be the one who fights for truth, justice, and the American way. But was he ever labeled as the greatest American hero? Well, for today's comic, that's what this guy is known as. A TV show in the early 80s starring William Katt as a high school teacher who stumbles upon a superhero costume made by aliens. The costume gives the wearer a set of superpowers, one of which being able to last 3 seasons without anyone actually watching the show, it seems. For some odd reason, after 30 plus years later, William Katt, being one of the writers for the show, now created a comic book based off the pilot episode of the series, but set in modern times, as a way to help feel relevant again or something, I guess, I don't know. So let's see if the greatest American hero can hold up in today's generation as we take a look at the greatest American hero, issue number 1. One big issue with this cover, that being, when trying to bring in a new fan base, you need to try something different to draw attention to them, as only fans of the original show are going to understand this logo. Speaking of the logo, what even is this supposed to be? The hilt of a Keyblade or something? We open the story in a desert with this guy being chased by the Lex Luthor fan club here until they catch him and have him quote Exodus 20:15 before shooting him. It says thou shalt not steal, but I'm also pretty sure thou shalt not kill either, but who am I to judge? We cut to a diner with this right-wing dude later named Bill complaining like old-timers do with politics until he gets a text message he doesn't seem to know how to read. We cut to a high school introduced to our hero, Ralph Hinckley, preparing his students for a field trip until he gets word that one student damaged the toilets but denies it. You gotta believe me, Teach. I didn't destroy the bathrooms. I'm just covered in all of it, and I was caught in there. Pinky swear it wasn't me. Ralph decides to defend the kid and promises to handle it later as the class heads off on their trip. Meanwhile, at an unknown location, the fan club from earlier explained to the guy here that the one they killed earlier was an undercover agent that nearly escaped with a lot of info, but they managed to retrieve it. However, for letting this happen, the guy is fed to these 2 vultures here. Seems a little over extreme for a death, but I'm not insane. Back in the desert, Bill is examining the area until he hears an explosion close by, revealed to be Ralph and his students on their trip, with some scientists blowing up things and the kids saying this is so awesome that now they want to go to college. So remember, kids, you want to blow stuff up? Stay in school. Bill arrives due to the commotion and asks them if anyone has seen the other undercover agent, which they all deny. Sometime later on the way back, the bus suddenly stops and no one has signal for their phones, leaving Ralph no choice but to walk to the nearest gas station for help. Just going off of this panel here, I'm going to assume he either got lost or he's been walking for hours. Ralph encounters Bill again before being nearly ran over by him due to his car failing on him, and before the 2 can think of what to do, a UFO appears and uses the car radio to communicate with them. The aliens tell the 2 that Ralph will be given a suit with special powers so he can help save the Earth from dangers. They could have chosen a cop or a soldier or someone else with a bit more power to help change the world, but nah, some random high school teacher. That's the perfect choice for something like this. They beam down the dead, possessed body of Bill's partner to bring them the suit and to give a goodbye to Bill, Star Trek style here, as the 2 are left stunned and confused, ending the issue. And that was the greatest American hero, issue number 1. And for my diagnosis, It wasn't that great. For a retelling of the original pilot, I guess it does fine. The artwork does decent, making the characters resemble how they did on the show, except for Ralph here. For a comic called The Greatest American Hero, we don't even get to see much of the Greatest American Hero in this issue, so kind of lame there. In all honesty, this is just my personal opinion. If you're going to do a comic on this, I think it should have been a continuation from the show left off, as I can't really see anyone but hardcore fans even considering to pick the book up. And with that, that is all the time we have for today's session. Thank you all for attending as always. If you liked the video, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I am the Super Guru, signing off.